Hi everybody, I'm AZ Batfish and welcome to another episode from the PrimeCraft server. I'm back here at the spider farm again. I've been AFK here for, I don't know, about an hour or so, just to kind of get some items built up. If you remember the last episode, I was adding some ways to get around the base a little bit more. I did not get to this, but in between episodes, I went ahead and just laid some rail line. It's not permanent. I am going to come through eventually and decorate this tunnel because it is real quick and dirty right now, but I just wanted to get something done so that I could get back and forth quickly because I had also adjusted the position of my item elevator down there. I moved it right up, almost in the maintenance area down there. So it's actually in the wall right behind the chests. So hopefully that fixed whatever issue I was having with the items just hanging out, not getting picked up by hoppers. So it was kind of strange. I still don't fully understand what happened, but yeah, hopefully that's all sorted out. That's kind of what I'm going back to check right now. So I will meet up back with you once I'm up top. Alright, back on the top floor. Man, that elevator is real nice. It's pretty quick. So back here behind the item sorter and storage system, because I want to see, see there's some string still coming through. And I think that's because for whatever reason those hoppers just aren't loaded. And they don't load until I come over here, and I don't understand why, because I thought that hoppers would load a chunk. But anyways, yeah, that's kind of weird. So yeah, I guess I'll just wait here till that is done. Actually, I don't need to do that. I just wanted to verify that that was all working again. So that looks good. Today, I am going to be working downstairs. We are going to start designing our villager area because we got a lot of stuff to do with villagers in this base still, and that is down on the 3rd floor. So we'll pop down here, and I've got to get a villager breeder going. I want to get a holding area for villagers so I can kind of sort them out and figure out what I want to do with them. And then I've got a trading center over here that I want to build. I've got some villager-powered farms below here that are going to go in place. So there's a lot of stuff to do still, which means a lot of digging. I have done a little bit. This is where the fake village is going to go down there. I might have even shown this on camera before. But yeah, a lot of digging. And I am kind of tired of not having a beacon, you guys. So I think what I am going to do is I am going to go ahead and head out to the Witherkill platform and use those skulls that I bought a few days ago. Don't know why I haven't done that yet. So I am going to grab my skulls here, and I will meet you guys out at the platform. Alright, I'm here at the Wither platform, and I gotta be honest, I'm a little nervous about this. I've used these in the past, and I've had problems. Some of them work great, some of them don't work so great. This one looks like it's been done right. It looks like it should be fine. MrTrend assures me that it's good to go. But I am the only person online, so if this goes south, I'm going to have to log out. Well, I don't know if that'll even work because it's a server. I'm going to have to get somebody on Discord, I suppose. But, yeah, I think I'm ready to go. I actually don't have any kind of defensive items on me, so, man. Alright, let's do it. Back up. Waiting for the explosion. Looks like he's definitely stuck in there, though. So, that's good. Nice. Looks like this is working just fine. I have had it where, like, you shoot them and then they actually come out. Like, because you have knockback on your bow or something. I don't know if that's even... We'll kill this guy real quick. Sorry if that's real loud for you guys. Didn't even think about that. Alright, we got our star. Sweet. We got our achievements. We're good to go. That was... I'll tell you what, every time I do that, do one of those things, I always get nervous, and then it's always a relief afterwards. Now, the next time I use that place, I probably won't be so nervous. So, we'll head back to base. This is actually MrTrend's nether tunnel. His base is, if you guys want to see, his base is down that way. So, we are going to head back to base and get to work on installing that beacon. Beacon! Oh, I also need to grab some blocks. So, I've been AFK. I've got a bunch of gold blocks and some iron blocks. I'm Hopefully going to be able to do this mostly out of gold, but we will see. So we'll run over here, drop down to the bottom. And then we've actually got to hop in here. Now I've already gone ahead and replaced this stone block that was on the ground there, that was up there, well, with glass, as you can see. So we've got sky access for the first beacon. Now this, if you remember, is actually an 11 by 11 square down here. So I'm not entirely sure how I want to do this. So I actually think for now I will just go ahead and do a standard size pyramid because I don't even have any other beacons right now. So I will just do a full solid gold beacon. Alright, pyramid's done. Let's get this beacon on top of here. Should be seeing some light. Sweet achievements. Alright, I need to grab an ingot out of my shulker box that I left upstairs. Okay, let's try this again. What? Oh, I don't know what's going on, why it keeps doing that, but alright, yeah, I relogged and everything. Alright, but there we go. Got our Haste 2 beacon, and I believe all of our pickaxes are already efficiency 5. So now we have our Instamine. Sweet. And if I understood the wiki correctly, this should affect us, all the way up. So we should be good to go. Because I think, it goes up, the effect will go up as far as it can, but it only goes down so far. So if I that's why I put the beacon down there at the bottom. I mean, it looks cooler, but it should also give me the haste effect all the way up to the top. Alright, so we are going to go down to floor number 3. And we're going to take a look at what we got going on over here. So I'm going to need to build a villager breeder. And I've got a pretty solid way to do that. I'm pretty good on knowing how to build villager breeders. So what I'm going to do is build, the room with doors down here. And then over here on this side, I missed it. I haven't had Haste 2 in so long. That's nice. So what I'm going to have to do is kind of come in here and tear out a big area to actually build the breeder, where, the villagers are going to be standing up on the thing, and then they're going to make babies, and the babies will fall down in the water, and the water will push them along into the next chamber. So really, I've got a lot of stuff here to kind of dig out. And I'm thinking even I might take down a big part of this wall, possibly even this wall, or at least make a window in here. Well, maybe not, because this should be fine as is. But this part over here is going to, well, I might not need to take down any walls at all. But what I definitely am going to have to do is kind of dig all of this out and plan everything out, connect it all together, and then see where that leads me. I'm going to also have to design for this room some sort of holding/sorting system. So I can, the villagers can come in from the breeder, and I can say, well, yeah, I want to keep this one, or no, this one can go down to the farms, or no, this one can go to the iron farm, or whatever, stuff like that. So that's going to be what we're working on here. We're probably not going to finish it all in this episode, though. This is going to be a multi-episode thing, I believe. But for now, I am going to get to digging, and I'll come back to you once I've kind of got something going here. So after a bit of digging and designing, some thinking about stuff, this is kind of what I've come up with. It's basically just dug out for right now, but I can kind of show you how it works. This is a mock-up of what's going to be here eventually. Right now I'm just kind of getting the shape of things sorted out, so I could figure out where everything's going to go, what all I need to do, because I kind of got to think this out. It's kind of like a conveyor belt process that I'm building, and I got to make sure I get it right, because everybody knows that villagers are pretty annoying to deal with, and I would hate to get this wrong and have to break it apart and fix it with villagers in it. So this is what I've got going on. This is the main thing here. It's real simple. It's just 2 rings of cobblestone walls sitting on top of a piece of whatever you want. Polished diorite is what I got here. And what's going to happen is our first 2 villagers that we're going to get, probably from MrTrend. I've already been talking to him about that. So we're going to get those villagers. Now, I do have 1 up there, but he's going to go down there. So we'll need 2 more. And once we get our first 2, they're going to hang out in here. And we're going to breed them up until we have 8 villagers in here. And then I will put a water block in there, add a fence post in the middle to push them all to the corners, and remove this bottom layer of cobblestone wall. And what that'll do is it'll keep the adult villagers in there, but of course whenever they make babies, they'll just plop down in here. And we'll have a water source that pushes them through here. I'll have a water elevator, baby filter, if you want to think about it that way, so that the babies stay at the bottom, and when they grow up, they'll get picked up in the water elevator and moved over, and then we'll drop them here so that they're sitting in another water source pushing them into this corner. That way I can easily pick them up with the minecart. And then the minecart will bring them somewhere to some sort of decision station, I guess. And I'll figure out what I want to do. I'll unlock a few trades, figure out where they need to go, and then send them on their way. And then from here is where those destinations are going to be. And I know that I need a destination at the floor below us, which is going to be for the villager farms and things like that. I'm going to need a location that goes all the way up to the top for transport out of the base to a place like a future iron farm that I'm going to be building. And of course that will also double as a way to get the villagers down here, so we're definitely going to be starting that. And then I guess there would be, oh no, there's even another one. Where is the trading? The trading's here, so we'll have one that goes just right around the corner, and then a 4th one which goes to a happy fun place for the villagers that we don't like to talk about. So that's what we got going on here. I've got to figure out what kind of design I want to use for these rooms, and then I can start actually putting stuff in place. So I'm going to get to work on that because I don't know exactly what's going on. I need to play around with some blocks, and then I'll come back to you guys. Alright guys, so I'm back, and this is pretty much the reason why I originally was going to wait till 1.12 to do anything else around my base. I was really looking forward to those colored concrete blocks, but looks like it's going to be a bit further out than I anticipated, and I cannot wait on this anymore because this is pretty important to the rest of the base. So I went ahead and just started off with these gray colors, and I'm going to be adding a bit more color. I'm going to continue, since I continued this floor pattern from the landings out here, I will continue these lighting throughout the floor. So there's going to be splashes of blue throughout here, and figure out something to do in here with some glowstone probably, because this is where water's going to be flowing in here. I want to kind of see if there's something I can maybe do with these corners here that are kind of, these inside corners, because they look very, this whole thing looks bland, but I was wondering if there was maybe something we could do, like maybe do something like that with the cobblestone wall, just kind of like a little thing. I don't even know what you would call it, a feature. I think it looks kind of cool. I could also do something like just a full, like that, with a bunch of wall, but that looks more decorative. This looks more like structural, and it's not really meant to be structural. It's supposed to just kind of make it look slightly more interesting, I think. And we'll add one here, see how we like it. Yeah, I don't know, I'll leave it for now. Let me know what you guys think about that. The next thing, I wanted to show you, I've also started digging out these pathways here. This one is a pretty short one, but this is the one that goes up to the nether portal. Pretty simple, goes up, around the corner, up again, and then portal. So that's going to work out pretty nicely. We'll clean this up a little bit, perhaps once I start getting the cart line installed, in case, I'll probably need some kind of holding area at the top, and then I don't know, moving villagers, man, it takes planning, but if you do the right planning and you get everything in place beforehand, generally it's not that bad. That's not what I wanted to do at all. I wanted to place that. In fact, I can put this back now. That stuff should be fine. So, grabbing some glass, and I don't have as much as I thought I did. And in fact, I don't even know. Yeah, regular glass is not something that I want to use here. This is actually an opportunity. The glass is the opportunity, because this is all going to be glassed in. There's going to be glass that wraps all the way around on top of these stone, slabs. There's going to be glass around this whole thing, and that could actually be opportunity for some color. Now, I don't want to make it too crazy, because the point of the glass is to be able to see in there. So, I don't have that much color. I have some purple, some cyan. Light stained gray is always good. See, I don't want to use black that's just too dark. Maybe some green. I don't know. Let's check it out. Cyan, of course. We'll see, because we're going to be using this in the floor. Do I have any? I do. I love shulker boxes. Let's go 1, 2. Let's put one. Yeah, maybe right here is fine. That was way too much. So we'll put that there, and then glass like that. So we're going to have these throughout the little area here. Once I figure out the spacing. So we're going to have this blue. So I don't necessarily need to use the cyan here. But what I could do is run like a line of purple. Maybe. See, I don't know if that's too much purple. I don't know. Because the purple... Oh, that could be alright. And then maybe grab some light stained gray for the rest of it. See, then again, we just got gray. And I'm trying to avoid gray, so I don't think gray is going to work here. Maybe I probably need to grab some more sand. Start smelting down some regular glass, because I made way more black glass than I needed for that spider farm. Okay, have some dye. We'll just see how the white glass looks real quick. Yeah, I don't know that I like that particularly. I don't know that I like that, especially not with the purple. Okay, I know. I said I wasn't going to use the black glass, and I wasn't going to use the cyan glass, and here I am showing you guys black and cyan. But I think I kind of like it. You know, I just started trying it out, and it kind of started working for me. I like how the black is darker than the gray, so that provides a bit of contrast, and the colors really pop because of it. And of course, the colors are there. It's neat that it kind of mirrors the pattern in the walls out here with the 3 cyan and 1 purple, because we got 3 cyan, 1 purple, 3 cyan, 1 purple. I'm not 100% sold on it, but I kind of like it. So as I mentioned, I am running low on some of this colored glass, so I'm going to have to go smelt down some more and dye some up. But I think we are running pretty close on this episode, so I'll have to do that off camera between episodes and finish this up a little bit more. But I wanted to make sure I mentioned, I forgot to show you guys earlier, is this path is going to be the path to the sauna or the spa, whatever you want to call it. It's where the villagers go that we don't particularly need to put to work. So I realized I started to build this a little bit wrong. This is not all going to be, it's not going to be one solid path just on this level. And since it did break into a cave, I just kind of wanted to close it off and worry about that probably in the next episode. It's kind of neat, and I'll show you guys how I offload villagers from a cart. It's kind of a neat thing I found out. So, but yeah, as I might have mentioned, that's about all the time I've got for this episode. If you liked it, leave me a like. Let me know what you think of the little operation we've got going on back here. And until next time, I'll see you guys later.